Welcome back to Accrued Interest. Today, March 25th, 2025, I'm going to explain to you how you can determine what Fubo stock is worth. Let me start with a brief disclaimer. Everything said on this podcast is for educational purposes, as I'm not a registered investment advisor. First, I believe that valuation should never be based on sales or anything that doesn't tie to profits. Ideally, we want to use free cash flow, but for this exercise, we're going to use EBITDA targets because that's what Fubo management had provided in the investor presentation. Secondly, valuation should be a range. Giving a precise stock target would give you a sense of false precision. And lastly, I'm going to show you how the valuation is going to change over the years because the management gave us forecasts from 2026 through 2028. Next, Disney will own 70% of the equity in the new business. Therefore, I'm going to take the approximately 341 million shares that Fubo has today, and then I'm going to gross that up. That takes the total share count up to a little over 1.1 billion shares. I want to talk about the balance sheet. I'm going to use the forecast of a net cash position of $50 million post the closing of this transaction. Let's just say everything goes right and the company ends up effectively debt-free in 2028. In a prior video, I explained to you how management's forward forecast assumes that the entire business grows at high single digits in the future. For this exercise, I'm going to take the median forecast of EBITDA for the next 3 years. We want to make sure we're using the right earnings multiple. I'm going to be using enterprise value to EBITDA multiples. Using the service Ticker, I went online and pulled up the forward analyst estimates for all these companies and what to EBITDA multiple is the market currently giving Fubo's competitors. I decided to use the comps Disney, Paramount, Warner Brothers Discovery, and Google because Google is the owner of YouTube. Disney has the highest forward future to EBITDA valuation. The market is basically saying they expect Disney earnings to be relatively flat in the future, so it's trading at anywhere between 10 to 10.5 times EV to EBITDA. Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount, however, legacy cable video providers, are trading at a slightly lower valuation. The market is saying that these businesses are worth around 7 times EV to EBITDA. Bringing it all together, Fubo stock is around $3.25 a share. That gives me an enterprise value of about $3.6 billion. Using the median EBITDA estimate for 2026 of $350 million tells me the market values Fubo plus Hulu live TV at about 10.5 times 2026 EBITDA. Today's valuation is saying the market is valuing Fubo at about the same 2026 EBITDA multiple as Disney. It's interesting because Disney is going to be owning about 70% of the new company. For the future years, 2027 through 2028, the forward multiple of 6 to 7 times EBITDA is more similar to what we're seeing from the legacy cable providers. Let's stick to the upside case. Let's say the market gives Fubo a premium valuation at the 10.5 times that the market is giving Disney. And let's look at how that changes the stock price in each of the next 3 years. In 2026, that gets me to an implied stock price of about $3.27. That's awfully close to where the stock is currently trading today. In 2027, that equates to a stock price of about $4.66. And in 2028, a stock price of about $5.35. Let's take one more data point to sanity check those numbers. Shortly after the deal was announced in January, the company's CEO sold 92% of its vested stock and in-the-money options between $4 to $5 a share. Less than 6 weeks later, Fubo's CFO sold lots of shares around $4 a share. I think it actually tells you a lot about what management thinks about the company's future valuation based on the pattern of their behavior and the valuation exercise I just did. I think that it's probably going to be difficult for Fubo to reach a share price that much higher than $5.50 a share unless something meaningfully changes. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in the comments or on Twitter, let me know, what's your price range for the future value of Fubo? Thank you.